Steadfastness is stability in your thoughts, in your actions, in your emotions, in your feelings, and your spirituality. In a spur of motivation, we start praying nawafil at night. I'm going to start becoming very religious, very pious. You start with 2 cycles, then you pray this for a week, and then 4 cycles. And then you feel very motivated and you start praying tahajjud. You pray 8 cycles or 10 cycles, and this lasts for a week, 10 days, a month, 2 months, 3 months. But what happens is, we overdo things and then we stop praying altogether. And this is a lack of istiqamah. The key of istiqamah, of steadfastness and spirituality, is to do little, but do it persistently. If you venture on the path of spirituality and you're motivated, begin with 2 cycles of nafil. Pray them after Salatul Isha. Pray them before Salatul Fajr. Pray them after Salatul Maghrib. And then pray that for a week, 10 days, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, even a month. And if you feel now you are in a position of increasing that, then you increase it to 4 cycles. You perform that for a while. And if you feel like this is enough for me, then you can stay and remain at that 4 cycle. If you feel that I can do more, then you increase it to 6 or 8. The point is, where you feel like you are coming down, you are losing motivation and interest, you decrease it for your own good. Because your ego, your nafs, is equally powerful just as you are. You may be determined to be spiritual, but your ego also has its own resistant power. So you must strike a fine balance between your ruh, your spirit, and your nafs, your ego. You find a compromise. Similarly, when you recite the Holy Qur'an in the month of Ramadan, we are very motivated. We recite 1 chapter a day, and in 30 days we finish the Holy Qur'an. Or throughout the year, maybe after returning from the spiritual retreat, we start reciting the Holy Qur'an with translation, and we start with 15, 20 pages. Because we are spiritually high. What happens is, when you don't have istiqamah, steadfastness, those 10, 15 pages become 2 and then 3, and then over a month or 2 you stop reciting whatsoever. But istiqamah is that you continue to recite even if it's a little. So you recite 1 page of the Holy Qur'an, 2 pages, 3 pages with translation. You pray 2 to 4 to 6, 8, depending on your capacity, cycles of nawafil. You're very generous. In a spur of generosity, you give £50, £100, £1,000 in donation and charity. But then for the rest of the year, you give nothing. This is why to give more frequently but less is much more important than giving a huge amount but once. Because giving is self-purification of your desire for power, money, and influence. You must give frequently, even if it's less, rather than in abundance but once in a while. So istiqamah is something that protects you on your spiritual path towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Always be stable in your actions, in your thoughts. Sometimes, as young Muslims, as youth, we are not very steady and stable in our thoughts. We go through patches of anxiety, feeling low, feeling the blues, feeling depressed and down. It is because we've experienced high levels of ecstasy, joy and happiness, indulgence in our desires, in comfort and luxuries, and suddenly when they are deprived from us, we collapse and fall right to the bottom. The way of istiqamah is to always maintain a moderate lifestyle. So whether you have something or not, whether in this particular time you are financially moderate, poor, or rich, it does not affect you. Because you've trained yourself and you've accustomed yourself to a very normal, very simple lifestyle. You lose friends, you lose companions. Your friend circle, suddenly you are very anxious, uncertain, unhappy. Choose a few good friends in your life, my respected brothers. Choose pious friends, spiritual friends, and keep them for one's lifetime. Rather than having dozens upon dozens, select a few pious, righteous people. Benefit from them, they shall benefit from you. To protect your thoughts from massive highs and massive lows, always maintain middle ground and a center, moderation. This is the way of istiqamah.